Hey, what is up guys, it is Phantom here and welcome back to a brand new video everyone. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about some kind of strange things, some weird things that actually happened to me a couple months ago actually. So this is actually pretty recent stuff that has happened to me that I find pretty unexplainable and honestly pretty weird. So I have always been a skeptic, right, for like the paranormal, the supernatural, basically ghosts and spirits and shit, you know? And there's just some things that transpired a couple months ago that made me question everything, and stuff that I just can't really attach a logical explanation to, because they were just really strange. So today I have four little stories that I have. Three of them took place, I would say, gosh, February and March was kind of when these things took place, as well as another one which actually happened almost 2 years ago that I still wonder to this day what it could have been. So anyways, let's hop into the first story here. Oh, and I'd like to mention before I get into the first story here that this was a video that was heavily requested during my like 3K sub Q&A. Someone asked me in the comments down below basically if I believed in any of like the paranormal stuff or like cryptids or basically just stuff that has not been proven by science yet. So anyways, that's where this video comes from if it's like out of nowhere and you didn't watch that video. So I just wanted to throw that in there. But anyways, the first story takes place, like I said, it was in like February to March era. I don't remember exactly when this took place, but it was definitely February to March, somewhere in there, probably March now that I'm thinking about it, because it doesn't feel like as long ago. But basically what happened to me, by the way, these stories are super short, but they're just little things that I can't really explain myself, and have just gotten me wondering, you know, ever since they happened. So one day, I guess, let me think. So I was coming home from something one day, this is during the day, by the way, and I go upstairs to take a shower, okay? And I take that shower, and actually, I forgot to mention a very important detail, alright? First, before I went to go take the shower, I walked up to my room, and I saw that my mom had actually cleaned my room. She's a very nice lady, and she actually cleaned my entire room. Everything was tidy and everything. There was a blanket, okay? There was this blanket that she folded and put at the edge of my bed, okay? And just remember this, okay? Remember this for just a little bit later when I continue the story, okay? So I see this, you know, and I'm like, okay, wow, this is actually pretty cool. Everything's, you know, all tidy and nice in here. Wow, my mom is so nice. So there was this blanket that she folded into, you know, into a rectangle square at the edge of my bed, and it was just sitting there, okay? And I go and take my shower, right? And I go back to, you know, the main part of my room after that. And okay, let me just paint a picture for you. So I have my computer right here up against like a wall, and whenever I look at my computer, I am facing the wall. I can't see anything else. All I see is literally the computer and then the wall behind that, okay? So I'm just sitting here, you know, and I play on my computer, whatever. I don't even remember exactly what I was doing. I could have been making a video. Honestly, I have no idea. But I was staring at my computer for, gosh, I would say probably like an hour and a half or something. So a decent amount of time had gone by. And so I look back, right? I look back at my bed, okay? And the blanket that was at the foot of the bed was just completely messed up, alright? It was completely messed up, all crinkly, all wrinkly. It was just that, like, it was just messed up. What else can I say, you know? And I know it's a simple story, right? And also, one more detail that I forgot to mention is I have a little action figure on my bed. I have a little action figure like on my nightstand, okay, that's standing up, and this action figure was flipped to the other side. It was just turned around, okay, and the bed was just all messed up, alright, and I'm not even gonna lie, okay, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I felt weird the entire time I was home, like after coming home from whatever I had. I felt weird. I've had a weird vibe the entire time about my room. Seriously, I'm not even joking. It felt like something was off. I'm completely serious. This story is 100% true. And sure, like some of you in the comments down below, I know there's going to be some people that watch this video that like don't believe in that stuff and will try to find logical explanations to what happened. And honestly, I do that too. That's like what a skeptic is. I have an open mind, but I also try to, you know, I try to dispel all of the stuff that happens as just being something like resulted from a normal event, right? So someone could say that, oh, someone must have came in your room when you were playing on your computer and then messed up all your stuff. there was no one that entered my room, okay? Nobody entered my room, because if anyone entered my room, I would have seen them enter my room, because my door is directly to the right of the wall that my computer is on, okay? And I would have 100% seen, no matter how focused I was on my computer or on my game, I would have saw them come in, okay? There was nobody that came in, and you're like, okay, well, Phantom, maybe your fan was on. Maybe your fan was so powerful that it could have just blown away all the objects and everything. No, okay? I had no fans on. I had no windows open, right? So I'm just playing on my computer, just reiterating real quick. And I look back, my blanket is all messed up when it was perfectly folded. It was all messed up, and then my little action figure was just turned facing the other wall over there by my nightstand, where my bed was. So that's the first story. That's it. I'm serious. Like, if you guys were expecting something like utterly creepy, don't worry, we'll get to those, okay? I'm kind of going in a least to most creepy way. So this is definitely the least creepy thing that happened to me, but still something that I really cannot explain to this day. Okay, so the second story here, I might have a little bit of a logical explanation for, but once again, it's a super short story. It's, yeah, like I said, it's just it's super short. It's nothing too extreme, but it's something that I do find pretty weird, knowing some facts in quotes, of course, that I already do. Like I said, none of this has obviously been proven by science. Ghosts haven't been proven by science. You know, I just want to reiterate, but I'll tell you some information that is definitely interesting that I found out after this happened to me. So, all right, let's get on with the story first. So, what happened essentially was, it's really simple. So one night I go to bed, right? I don't even remember what time this was. It was probably around midnight, maybe 1 a.m., something like that. But I go to bed, okay? And so far, for like for the first like 15 minutes or so of me just like lying there trying to get to sleep, it was pretty normal. You know, it was pretty chill. It was pretty mellowed out. And so I lay down in my bed. I'm waiting there for those 15 minutes, just like kind of just sitting there with my eyes open, just like having those crazy night thoughts that sometimes, you know, people have. And I finally decide to close my eyes, okay? I finally decide to close my eyes for about 20 seconds, okay? I closed my eyes for roughly 20 seconds-ish. It really wasn't that long of a span of time. So I close my eyes, and then I hear a sound to my right, okay? And it sounds like somebody is stepping on my floor in my room, okay? And what that sounds like, to paint a little bit of a, you know, a little bit of imagery in your head, is whenever someone steps on my floor, it creaks, okay? It creaks because my floor is creaky. My house is creaky. I have a really creaky house, okay? So I hear one of these creaks on the floor that sounds like similar to what it would sound like if a person was stepping on my floor. So obviously my eyes shoot awake, and me being the paranoid bitch I am, I quickly turn my head to the right, and I catch light of something right before it disappears, okay? So what I see is, in the like top right corner of my room, I see this like blue flame looking thing, okay? And like I said, this story 100% true. These are all just things that weird kind of things that happen to me. I see this blue flame in the corner of my room. It's like a dark blue. It's like a dark blue, and then as soon as I see it, it vanishes, okay? It vanishes super quickly. So, listen, I've heard information in the past, okay, of ghosts being like, or taking forms of energy, basically, and like orbs and stuff like that. I'm sure some of you have heard that fact before. Obviously, I'm not saying it was a ghost. I really have no idea what it was, but I'm just saying it was weird. So yeah, I just see this blue flame in the corner of my room, and I kind of panic for that half a second that it's there. And then, like I said, as soon as I see it, it's just gone. Like, I literally look at it, and it was almost like a little flash, and then it's gone, okay? And the only logical explanation I can attest to this is maybe some sort of, like, trick of my eyes was, like, doing something. But the thing is, at night, when your eyes, like, play tricks on you, it's usually with, like, shadows and stuff. It's not, like, big balls of light, you know? And obviously, I mean, the flame wasn't very big, but it literally looked like someone lit a medium-sized, like, blue candle, like, in my room. Obviously, the candle, there's no candle, but it's like someone lit a blue flame in my room for just a second, and then it was gone. Like, it just disappeared, right? So I don't know how to attest that to eyes playing tricks on me. And then, you know, some of you might say that, oh, maybe I was, like, half asleep. I was fully awake, okay? I was fully awake during this time, okay? I was fully awake, and literally, I don't know. I was fully awake. It wasn't like some half dream thing, like I was in a half dream trance. I don't think it was that. So that's the second story. And on to the third story. So if you thought things were getting weird, oh, don't worry. They're gonna get weirder, okay? They get weirder. So the third story takes place roughly a week after the second one did, and like I said, okay, like I said previously, These are short stories. They're really, really short. They literally last like 30 seconds, okay? So the third story is set up pretty similar to the second story in that it just takes place right after I go to bed, right? I go to bed, so I start laying in my bed, and basically what happens is I close my eyes. But this time, oh, and I'd just like to mention, I'm not tired, so I really can't attest these stories to me being extra sleepy and me just like imagining things. I'm sorry, that's just not what happened. I know what I felt, in that moment, and it was not, it was not tiredness, trust me. So I went to bed, right? I laid down on my bed, and then a couple minutes later, I close my eyes again. But this time, I closed my eyes for, oh my god, I don't know, about 5 seconds. Like, this one happened really quick, really quick. This one happened like that, like seriously. So I close my eyes for about 5 seconds, and then I feel something. I feel what feels like a human finger poke me right in my stomach, okay? Something just pokes me, right? And my eyes, of course, shoot right up. Like, I just shoot out of my bed. Seriously, I was completely freaked out. I had goosebumps. Like, I remember this moment so vividly because I just can't attest it to anything else, and it's definitely one of the weirdest things that has happened to me in my entire life, okay? So, just to reiterate, it felt like, at least, I mean, of course, guys, I'm not claiming that, like, a ghost poked me or something. I'm just saying a ghost could have poked me, okay? And it was very weird. So, I literally feel what feels like a finger just poke me in the stomach. Kind of a rough poke, too. It was, like, not your simple light touch. So I really can't attest that to being, like, my blanket, that, like, maybe rubbed up against me weird. No, this felt like a real-ass poke, okay? And no, there was no one in my room at the time. I wasn't dreaming, okay? This is literally just something that happened when my eyes were closed, which is really, really weird. It just has so many similarities to the first story, and that my eyes were closed, and it was, like, the same setup. I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's really, really weird. I seriously don't know what that could have been. It's so unexplainable to me. To this day, I can't explain it. There was no one in my room at the time, but yet I got poked by something. I don't know. It wasn't like some sort of bug. Seriously, it felt like, I mean, obviously everyone knows what it feels like to have a finger just, poke them, anywhere. That's what it felt like. Seriously, I can't imagine it being anything else. So that's really it for the third story. I mean, it's just super weird stuff, seriously. But if you think this one's weird, okay, this next one's real creepy, okay? Alright, so you guessed it, this final story, this ultra mega creepy one, takes place in the middle of the woods. Oh my god, seriously, what could go wrong? But anyways, let me paint a setting for you, okay? So I go on a camping trip with my sports teammates, the ones at my school, the sports team for my school. So we go on this camping trip for team bonding and everything, and it literally takes us to pretty much the middle of the woods, the middle of the wilderness. So obviously that's cool and all, and honestly the trip really, really sucked, but maybe that's a story for another time. But the actual creepy thing that happened was on my third night of being there, okay? So let me paint a picture like I do in all these stories, because I think it kind of helps, the listener visualize what's happening, or what did happen. So we were in 2 tents, okay? My team had, I don't even know, 15 people. There's 15 people on the team, so we had like half and half in each tent or whatever. So there was 2 tents, right? There was my team, there was one half of my team, and then there was another half. So the tents were pretty close to each other, which really surprises me as to why no one else heard what I heard, because, I mean, I was in the same position as pretty much everyone else. So basically what happened was on the third night, I woke up at like 3 a.m. or something. I woke up at 3 a.m. with just like intense feelings of fear. I don't really know why. I woke up at 3 a.m. with intense feelings of fear. It was so weird. It was almost like I had this aura of fear around me, and I'm not really sure why, because nothing had happened at that point. But about a minute later of me just like kind of sitting there sweating in my sleeping bag, I heard a howl. I heard a howl, kind of. I don't even know how to explain it. It was almost like a man howling. It was almost like a man howling in like the middle of the forest, okay? But it sounded really close to me. So I heard this man howling, and it really sounded like a man. I swear to God, this wasn't like an animal. I don't know what the heck this actually was, or what sort of paranormal being or whatever. I don't know. All I know is weird stuff happens in the woods, okay? And I've never heard an animal in my life that sounds like this, okay? It sounded like a dude, okay? I'm not sure if it was a dude. I'm not sure what it was, like I said. But it sounded like a dude, and he was kind of howling / yelling. But what made it so weird, well, I mean, obviously it was at 3 a.m. and I heard a man howling in the woods. But what made it so weird was the echo that it had, okay? It had some sort of, God, I don't even know how to explain it, some sort of weird supernatural echo about it, and it just radiated throughout the entire forest. Like, he could have been like 5 miles away and the sound still reached me. Like, it was so distinct, and I find it so weird that none of my teammates heard it, or I guess, I mean, obviously they were definitely asleep during that time, but I'm really surprised that no one heard it. I had never heard an animal this, like, loud and echoey in my life, and yes, I know the woods can sometimes alter sounds to do weird things, and I'm not saying that it didn't happen in this case. I'm just saying this is the weirdest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life, okay? This sounds like a man howling with, like, some sort of supernatural echo that just echoed throughout the entire woods, and then after I hear this man howl, trust me, I'm being completely serious, I hear footsteps just scuttle, like, near my tent. I don't even know how to explain it, but really rapid footsteps happen near my tent, and I don't know, it's just super weird. But that's pretty much gonna be it for the video, everyone. I really hope you guys did enjoy my 4 short little creepy things that I can't really explain happen to me. I'd love for you guys to, I don't know, share what stories you have in the comments down below, or if you believe in that stuff, or even maybe try to debunk my stories, because honestly, I'd like to know if it was truly something weird, or just something logical that could actually be explained. Honestly, I might never know. But anyways, that's gonna be all for this video. And actually, I forgot to mention, I actually would love to make a video where I read out loud, like, your stories, you know, that you have. Just give it, like, you know, like, kind of send them to me, you know, and I could, like, read them out loud in a video. I don't know, I think that would be kind of cool for something, because I bet, like, so many of you probably have, like, such weird things that kind of happen to you that you kind of just can't explain, or, you know, can't put a reason to. So I think that would kind of be an interesting video. Let me know if you, like, want something like that in the comments down below. I don't know, it could be fun, I'm not really sure. But anyways, that is gonna be all for me, everyone. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this this video that wasn't really about Wiz, but has Wiz in the background. So anyways, that is going to be all from me. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed. I already said that, but make sure to subscribe maybe if you enjoyed this content, or maybe if you want, like, more of this type of video in the future, you know, maybe I could do that for y'all. But anyways, I'll see you guys next time in the next video. Take care and peace out.